Been gone a very long time.
Yeah. Well, I left town right after the Port Charles Hotel, the fire, and now the Metro Court, the new hotel, is in very good shape, so I guess that's not a very lucky spot to build a hotel, huh?
So why come back now?
I wanted to see your mother.
Jeez, I'm sorry, Mr. Baldwin, but you wasted a trip. My mom's recovery was only temporary. She's been back in Shady Brook since Thanksgiving.
I know. I brought her some daisies.
My mom loves daisies.
Yeah, she does. It's her favorite flower. I was hoping that it would make her smile. Your mother, she's got this incredible smile. She just lights up the room. Sorry I missed her smile when she came back. How was she, when she came back?
She was herself. Loving and vibrant and perfect.
Did she ask about me?
Well, we only had my mom around for a few weeks, and she had 4 years of catching up to do and a wedding to plan, so she didn't really think about anybody but her family.
Yep. Before we lost her the first time, all that stuff about her stepfather and everything. Did she say anything about Rick Weber?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had company. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, Skye, boy, you look as beautiful as ever.
You're just as smarmy as ever. Do not believe a word this man has to say. Scott Baldwin has one purpose in life, and that's to make your father's life miserable.
Look, Luke is not my favorite person, but Laura is, and I would never use her daughter to get back at him.
Because you're such a gentleman?
I've been called worse.
I can imagine.
Listen, I know that we're not on the best of terms here, but this
terms?
anger
you left me for dead in a burning hotel.
Oh, that's not.
I think I have every right to be angry.
No, that's not really what happened.
Did you or did you not knock me unconscious?
Well, if you look at it that way.
This man is a snake. Whatever he's doing here can't be good.
Well, I heard that Lulu was a hostage, so I wanted to come by and see how she was doing.
How are you doing, Lulu?
I'll live. They're just keeping me here for observation.
Well, I just want you to know when you get home there's going to be a lot of talk about how this is all my fault, but it's completely untrue.
I already know what happened now because I kept something inside the vault. Mr. Craig wanted it, and that's why he kept us hostage.
I was trying to protect Lorenzo by keeping certain dealings with Mr. Craig to myself, and I never wanted anyone to get hurt, especially not you.
No, I know. None of this is your fault, Skye.
Thank you. Well, we should be going. Lulu needs a rest.
She looks wide awake to me.
If you don't leave this second, I'm calling security.
Yes, Skye, it's okay. Actually, I need to talk with Mr. Baldwin.
Well, I'll be back. And don't be here.
A lot of stuff that your father has probably said about the problems that happened between him and Laura is my fault. Well, it's not.
This guy doesn't like you very much.
I know. Never had much luck with redheads. So, what do you want to talk to me about?
My mom. I have some questions that I think only you can answer. What? My mom had this whole other life before she met my dad. So what was she like?
Well, she wasn't really that much different. She was very brave, and she was determined, and she was impulsive. There was nothing that I wouldn't have done for her.
So is that why you lied about Teresa Carter's murder?
Teresa Carter's murder was an accident. Your mother never meant to do that.
Then why did you cover it up?
Because I was young. I was scared, and I was stupid to listen to Rick Weber. Had I known what would have happened to Laura and everything, I would never have agreed to that silly plan.
Yeah. I mean, do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had just told the truth? My mom would have not gone back up to that attic. Rick Weber might still be alive.
Rick Weber's death, that was a tragic mistake, and I hope that it's not still haunting Laura. I mean, do you know if it was?
Whatever hole you crawled out of, you can crawl right back. You are not welcome here. Don't you have an ambulance to chase?
Well, maybe later, but right now I'm in the middle of a conversation with Lulu, so if you don't mind, Tracy...
I do mind. Does Luke know that you are pumping his daughter for information on Laura?
That's not what I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why else would you slither in here and coil yourself around Lulu's bed like a cobra circling a nest of unguarded eggs?
Why did you start watching nature shows?
You know, it's my family's money that keeps the doors of this hospital open. So I could snap my fingers and have you thrown out on your scaly butt by the count of 3.
All right, I get what's going on here. You're trying to score some points with Luke by protecting your daughter. Here, that's... Listen, Lulu, thank you for talking to me. I hope you have a better idea.
2.
Listen to me, Tracy, all right? Listen good. You may have bought yourself a husband, and I'm sure you got him dirt cheap. But you know Laura.
Scott Baldwin is toxic.
Seemed nice enough.
He's using you to get back at your father.
Why? He has nothing to gain. My mom is incurable.
Doesn't matter to Luke and Scott. They have been fighting over her for years. Don't you get in the middle.
I feel like such a fool for thinking that Alan could have killed Rick Weber and let my mom take the blame. I had tunnel vision on trying to prove that my mom was innocent, that I didn't consider anybody else as a suspect.
Go easy on yourself, blonde one. I mean, Stone Cold's parents were acting really, really shady. I mean, why would you consider anyone else when they're throwing up red flags right and left?
But I think I have a new lead. My mom's first husband, Scott, came by to see me today.
Okay, I need a little more data.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well, when my mom was a teenager, she walked in on her dad and this woman, Teresa, having sex in the attic above the garage.
Oh, God, did she, freak?
No, Teresa did, though, and she started strangling Rick, and my mom panicked and hit her over the head with something.
Really hard?
Yeah, Teresa died, but it was an accident.
Okay, well, so what does this have to do with Scott?
Okay, so anyway, Scott helped hide Teresa's body with Rick, and my mom blocked out the whole memory, and Scott never told her the truth, so they kept covering it up for years. And now he comes back and he's asking me about the night Rick Weber died.
Okay, all right, well, did you tell him that your mom thinks she's innocent?
No, I'm not going to.
Why not?
Because I'm going to wait for him to tell me. I think Scott knows who killed Rick Weber.